Yo, what's up, Trade 23 back out with another video. Going to be talking about playoffs over this weekend. We had 4 games over this weekend. We had every single game. Now I'm going to talk about the first game that happened on Saturday, which was Miami Heat versus New York Knicks. Heat dominated. Obviously, as I talked about in the last game, which was game 2 in New York, the Heat missed Jimmy Butler. Now, let me fix this. Now, down the stretch in that game, it was a close game. I thought the Knicks should have came out and dominated, but they didn't. They won by 6. So obviously down the stretch, the Miami Heat missed Jimmy Butler, who can just get you a bucket whenever he wants to, play good defense, and boom, game 3 happens in Miami. They win by 19. And Jimmy Butler only has 28 points. So if Jimmy Butler can give you 28 points, Bam Adebayo has 17 and 12. Max Strus has 19, and Kyle Lowry has 14 points. Pretty good shot. And then Brunson only had 20 points. He had 8 assists. Julius Randle had 10 points and 14 rebounds. R.J. Barrett had 14, and Josh Hart had 15. So it was a tough game for the New York Knicks. Defense by the Miami Heat was amazing, and Jimmy Butler was getting his shots. He was hitting difficult shots. Bam Adebayo was playing great defense on Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, whoever he was defending. So there's really nothing to explain. I expect the New York Knicks to come out more aggressive and on the offensive side. Maybe give Emmanuel quickly some more minutes so he can get some buckets. Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle run that pick and roll. R.J. Barrett catch and shoot 3, attacking the rim. I expect them to do a lot of different things than they did in Game 3 because they got blown out in Game 3. It was not even a close game. There's really not going to be much to talk about either of these two games. They were both big blowouts. They were both blowouts. The Lakers won by 30. The Warriors, Steph Curry he shot 9 of 21, didn't shoot very well. Klay Thompson 5 of 14, 15 points. Andrew Wiggins had 16, 9, shot 6 of 11, shot 2 of 4, so he didn't shoot as much. Draymond Green did not have a good game. It was just not a good game for the Warriors. But for the Lakers, Davis had 25 and 13. LeBron James had 21, 8, and 8. Austin Reeves had 10 points. D'Angelo Russell had 21. Lonnie Walker had 12 because he actually got some burn this game instead of Troy Brown Jr. And Dennis Schroeder had 12 points. This is probably the least amount of points that Rui Hachimura has had in a game. But they won by 30. LeBron James didn't score at all in the first quarter and then comes out and scores 21. Again, there's not going to be much to talk about those games. It was dominant performance by the Lakers, defense, offense, everything. But now for the games that just recently happened within the last few hours. 76ers Boston Celtics. Now, going to Philly, you're up 2-1. Did what you wanted to do. You wanted to win a game. You wanted to steal home court advantage back. And then the 76ers did what they wanted to do. They wanted to win at least one home game. They lost Game 3, went up down 2-1. Joel Embiid, James Harden, a crucial Game 4. Harden has 42. Embiid has, 37 points, 39 points, something like that. Embiid had 34 points, 13 rebounds. James Harden had 42 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Tyrese Maxey had 14 points, and Tobias Harris had 9. Again, Tobias Harris is not a bad player. But for the amount of money he makes, it shows that he's not a good player. He's a good player, but he's not a good player for the money he makes. That's what I'm trying to say. Having 9 points in a crucial game, shooting 3 of 10, 1 of 5 from 3 is just not something you want to do when you're making $40 million in a crucial Game 4. But Embiid came out attacking. Like PJ Tucker said, there's not a lot of players that can really stop Joel Embiid. Al Horford being one of the guys that can somewhat slow him down, but Al Horford's 37, 38 years old. Joel Embiid's the MVP, been MVP runner-up for the past 3 seasons now. And there's just really not much you can do. And then when Tatum struggles heavily in the first half, scoring, I think, 2 points in the entire first half, it's going to be a struggle. They were down, down 13 maybe going into halftime. Going into the fourth quarter, it was like a 7-point game. They come back, they take the lead, then it's a tie ball game, and then it's a really good game in overtime, and then Jason Tatum hit a nice. It might have been a push up, might not have been. I'm not going to argue nothing, but Jason Tatum hit a nice step back 3 to put them up by 2, and then Embiid attacks the rim. He attacks Al Horford, gets double team, passes out to James Harden, boom, 3 ball. In order for the 76ers to win this series, Embiid needs to give you 30 plus points a game with 13 with at least 13 rebounds, and needs to be aggressive, needs to play defense. PJ Tucker, I'm happy. He hit 2 threes. He hit 1 3, hit an and one. Okay, yeah. Tobias Harris, you need at least 15 points. You're a 3rd to 4th option. You need to get more than 9 points. And Tyrese Maxey, you need more than 14 points per game. I need you at least at 18. But for the 76ers to really win this game, to win this series, Paul Reed needs to do what he has been doing, which is grabbing boards and getting putbacks. Niang needs to hit his shots, which he did. He shot 3 of 6 from 3. D'Anthony Melton needs to hit his shots. They played 3 bench players. Paul Reed played 6 minutes. Georges Niang played 19 minutes, and D'Anthony Melton played 25 minutes. Everyone else, Embiid played 46, Harden played 47, Tyrese played 45, Tobias played 45, and PJ Tucker played 31. But in order for them to win, James Harden needs to give you a consistent 25 and 10. He needs to be that MVP type player where he's giving you the assists, he's giving you some good defense, he's grabbing rebounds, he's shooting the ball, he's getting his shots, he's making his shots, he's attacking the rim, forcing defense to collapse and dish out to a PJ Tucker, to a Tobias Harris who's hopefully going to hit his shots, Tyrese Maxey who's going to hopefully hit his shots. But James Harden had it going all night. He had 4 steals, shot 16 of 23, shot 6 of 9 from the 3, including the 3 that won them the game. This is the second good game, second 40-point game. For the game 2 and game 3, he combined for 28 points. Game 1 and game 4, he had 45 in game 1. In game 4, he had 42. So James Harden has, in the games that he's won, he's played great. The games that they've lost, he looked not confident in his shot. Looked very bad with his shot. But Jaylen Brown, in his press conference, he said he needs to defend the ball. He shot like 3 times in the last quarter and overtime. He shot 3 times after an amazing start in the first quarter. He kind of slowed down a little bit, obviously, but Jaylen Brown does need to shoot more, especially when Tatum's shooting 9 of 20, shot 0 of almost 10. So he was pretty efficient the rest of the game. He had 18 rebounds. He was grabbing the boards. He just wasn't hitting his shots. If he was hitting his shots, then it might have been a different story from this ball game. Malcolm Brogdon had a solid 19. Marcus Smart had a clutch shot. If they ran it a little sooner, I think that the Celtics win this game, but they didn't. Derek White had 12. Al Horford had 10, 7, 4, and 2 with 5 blocks. And Marcus Smart at 21 and 7. So it was a good game for the Celtics. It's just Jason Tatum did not shoot well, and they let them boys Embiid and James Harden cook. Now the final game that just finished 20-30 minutes ago. The Nuggets and the Suns. Now going into this weekend, I didn't think the series was over, but I thought it was going to be hard for Phoenix to come out and win both games. I thought they were going to go down 3-1 or even 3-0 going into Game 4. But they came out and won. Monty Williams finally gave Terrence Ross and TJ Warren minutes. Finally gave them minutes. Terrence Ross had 8 points. TJ Warren had 5 points. That's fine. They didn't have the best games, but they put them in, and that forced the defense to at least stick them a little bit because they know they can shoot and they know they can get buckets. Kevin Durant had 36, 11, and 6 with 2 steals and a block. Devin Booker had 36 points, 6 rebounds, and 12 assists. Devin Booker, along with Jimmy Butler, has been on another level, getting any shot he wants. He shot 14 of 18, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. There's nothing you can do. Aaron Gordon could be guarding him. Prime Jordan could be guarding him, and Devin Booker's going to get his buckets. He's been on another level this playoffs. Kevin Durant, last game he struggled. He went straight to the free throw line. Got straight to the free throw line. Was getting past Aaron Gordon, getting past Jeff Green, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., whoever was guarding him, getting to the paint, driving, and hitting his free throws. Shot 13 free throws of his 36 points and shot 11 of 19. So he had a good game. He had a really good game. DeAndre Ayton, man. DeAndre Ayton needs to do something other than 8 points and 8 rebounds. DeAndre Ayton's the third fiddle on this team now. Chris Paul's out. He's not going to give you the 10 and 10 that you want. 15 and 10 maybe if you want. DeAndre Ayton needs to have at least 15 plus points. At least 10 plus rebounds. With Jokic giving you 53 and 11 and Jamal Murray giving you 28 points, you should win that ball game. Because them two combined for more than Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, and they lose the game. Aaron Gordon didn't have a bad game, but he didn't shoot the ball quite well. Michael Porter Jr. seems like he had a good game. 11 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Shot 4 of 13, shot 30% from the field. Shot 2 of 9. He shot 22% from the 3. Michael Porter Jr. 11, 6, 3 and 1. Shot 5 of 10. It's not bad, but it's not good. Jamal Murray, you'd look at his stats. Oh, he had 28, 5 and 7. He shot 13 to 25 from the field. He shot 1 of 3 from the 3. If you want to win these series, especially against this team who relies on the mid-range jumper, they can't get to the free throw line, especially with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, whenever they want. You want to rely on the 3 ball. And for them to have 2 guys that shot under 40%, you had Jeff Green shoot 1 of 2. You had Jamal Murray shoot 1 of 3. You had KCP shoot 0 of 2. Jokic shoot 2 of 4. Aaron Gordon shoot 1 of 2. And Michael Porter Jr. shoot 2 of 9. It's not a recipe to win, especially when Devin Booker goes 3 of 4. You have Landry Shamet shoot 5 of 8. TJ Warren shot 0 of 2. Terrence Ross shot 2 of 6, but he's not necessarily a 3-point shooter. And Kevin Durant shot 2 of 4. So, with that being said, the Nuggets are more of a 3-point shooting team, so they need to hit their shots in order for them to win the series. Because if you're trying to go mid-range for mid-range, 2-pointer for 2-pointer against Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, it's not necessarily going to end well for you, especially if we can finally get an aggressive DeAndre Ayton, because if the Phoenix Suns can get an aggressive DeAndre Ayton to guard Jokic, which last time they played, he played pretty good against Jokic. He shut Jokic down almost. It's impossible to shut Jokic down. It's impossible to shut down a great player because we've seen Kevin Durant struggle and still have 40. It's impossible to shut down an all-time great player, but in order to slow someone down, to kind of make him struggle just a little bit, something DeAndre Ayton needs to do. Jock Landale has been pretty damn good. I think he's played in the clutch a lot lately. He played 20 minutes. DeAndre Ayton played 27. So Jock Landale has played minutes. He played more minutes. No, he didn't. I'm looking at the wrong person. No, he had 20. He played in the clutch more than DeAndre Ayton did, which I'm not surprised because Jock Landale, he's been aggressive on defense and he's been he's been hustling a lot when it comes to loose balls, getting rebounds, playing defense. So I'm happy with some of the rotations he's been making. I don't like Shaman playing 30 minutes, but when he shoots 5 of 8 from the 3, shooting 63% from the 3-point line, and he's hitting his shots, really can't say nothing about him not playing. But if he shoots 1 of 7, 1 of 8 next game, and he's still getting 30 minutes, then I can kind of say, hey, you gotta throw Terrence Ross in. You have to throw T.J. Warren in. And I'm upset that Darius Bazley's not been playing. Darius Bazley was someone that was released by the Thunder and picked up by the Suns to run the backup 4 position for them. Maybe even the starting 4, because Darius Bazley can play. And he just has not been playing in the playoffs. Bismack Biyombo, besides the first game or 2, he hasn't played. Which I'm fine with, because Jock Landale has been amazing. But yeah, I want his rotations to be a little bit better in order for them to win the series. But the Denver Nuggets, they just didn't hit their shots this game. I think the Phoenix Suns caught a break with Michael Porter Jr. shooting 2 of 9 from the 3, and Jamal Murray not shooting enough threes. He shot 1 of 3, hitting a lot of mid-range. His mid-range is money. But he needs to hit more threes. He needs to hit more threes. This is playoff Jamal Murray we're talking about. He needs to hit a little bit more threes in order for them to really contend. If they want a chance to win the championship this year, especially if DeAndre Ayton's not going to be aggressive on Jokic, and you don't really have a defender that could really defend Jamal Murray, besides Josh Okogie, but you're only gonna play him for so long because he'll get cooked if he's guarding him long enough. He gets tired. So yeah, we need DeAndre Ayton to be aggressive. I'm waiting for a 25 and 10 to 15 rebounds of DeAndre Ayton. We need it. The Phoenix Suns need it badly because you can't be relying on Kevin Durant and Devin Booker scoring 40 points every game, which Devin Booker has been and Durant has been. You need that next guy. You can't. I mean, you're happy Landry Shamet gave you guys 19, but you can't rely on that. He had a good shooting game. You can't rely on Landry Shamet shooting 5 of 8 from the 3, shooting 63% from the 3. You cannot rely on that at all. He'll have one of those games and then he'll shoot 1 of 5, 1 of 6, 1 of 7. Terrence Ross, he can give you a 10 to 15 points. TJ Warren can give you 10 to 15 points. We need it. Terrence Ross should be playing more than 17. TJ Warren should be playing more than 18 minutes a game. They need to be playing a little bit more. They need to play the amount that Landry Shamet plays. Josh Okogie starting at the 4. I'm fine with that. If you're going to play Josh Okogie, if you're going to play Landry Shamet, throw Torrey Craig in. He's a 3-and-D guy. He can kind of play defense on a Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and then he can hit some threes. You need guys like that on this team. You need guys that can play defense and hit threes because Booker and Kevin Durant, they can play defense. Durant's an elite defender all of a sudden. Booker is a great defender. You can't rely on Devin Booker guarding Jamal Murray. You can't rely on Kevin Durant guarding Aaron Gordon and sometimes even Jokic, and them still giving you 40 points a game. You can rely on that for a few games. You can't rely on that the entire playoffs. They will get winded by the conference finals if they make it there. Which start of the playoffs, I did have them winning because they had three all-star one all-star caliber player, 2 all-star caliber players, and 1 guy that should be up there in that conversation. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe.